Seahawks, they could have mailed this thing in this year with all these injuries. But again, that word right there, it is about pride. And they're going to make the playoffs, I think, at least as a wild card. But how dangerous can they be as depleted as they are going down the stretch?
Well, you can be extremely dangerous when you have a quarterback like Russell Wilson, a guy who has the unpredictability, the ability to make plays when there is none. So you always have a chance, but this team is different at home. So if you're the Seattle Seahawks, you want the Rams to lose. You want that opportunity to host a playoff game because you know what type of team you are in your home building. And when you have people who have been there, Bucci, who have experienced the success, who know what the playoff games are like, you always have a chance. That's something that they have over a team like the Rams, who this will be the first time that many of them have experienced this type of ball down the stretch. So if you're the Seattle Seahawks, you're very confident in where you are, one, because of how you are playing, and two, because of the championship pedigree you have in your locker room.
And McAdoo right there in his news conference just said, Ryan Clark, I'm going to coach the team until my key card doesn't work anymore. Chris Mortensen is reporting that in the next 24 hours, the Giants are expected to make a move. Based on both of your experience.
I would cut that Joker key card off tonight.
Why?
It's not about what the team looks like on the field, just period, right? That's not the only reason. Some of the lack of organizational control, some of the way that decisions have been made and carried out, those things fall on the coach. We all understand you lost a ton of star players, but when the locker room begins to reek in the way that it does, it's time to start it over. Jeff knows this. You can be on a team that's not performing well because you don't have the guys, because your Jimmys and Joes don't match up with the other team. But when every week there's some other news or some other talk about this guy being suspended or this guy walking out or Eli Manning being benched in a way that the Maras have to come out and say, I wish I was there. John Mara, I wish I was there so it could have been handled differently. That means the guy running the show isn't making the right decisions and carrying them out in a way that's professional enough for you to be an NFL team. And when that starts to happen, you have to make a decision.
It's a soap opera, right? You're not dealing with what's going on the field. You can't get better if every time you go out to your locker room, you're answering some question that's got nothing to do with football. And that's all they're answering, right? Why is he suspended? Should he have been suspended? Should he be benched? Is he the right guy? Is Geno the new guy? Is McAdoo the right guy for the job? I mean, all you've done is answered questions about things that have nothing to do with on-the-field business. And then you start talking about our guys quitting on you. And that's week after week after week. For a coach, man, there's no coming back from that. If your team checks out on you and just gives those type of performances and you're blaming the players, there's no saving that football team.
Our boy Bortles. You have the floor, sir, because you walked in wearing
And before
that.
you start, camera, make sure you get in real tight.
Real tight,
because
just like
he
he
loves
likes.
to bring it in real tight. So make sure we real. I'm sorry, Blake. Go ahead, turn around. We got it on the back too. What? Stand up so they can see it at home. Tighten it up. Number 5 in the manual. Number 1 in your heart.
Well, I'd like to hear the apology now, please,
There
sir.
we go.
Blake, can you just give me the camera? Because
he's requesting the camera again.
When I was mad at you, so what I want to say is I'm sorry, Blake. I thought in no way, shape, or form, no matter who you played, whether it was the Little League Colts or Colts Middle School.
This is not about the Colts. This is about Blake. Keep the apology sincere.
I just never thought you'd do this. I never thought you
26 of 35, 309 yards.
Well enough that the game wasn't close or that the other team didn't have a chance.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
He does it to keep people tuned in. He heard about the ratings of the National Football League, and he wants to keep everybody glued to the TV till the very end of the game.
You know what this is? You know what this is? This is the reason why Blake Bortles is still the quarterback of that team, because he has moments like this. He has games like this, and you fall in love with those moments, and you see those moments, and you see the possibility there, and you're like, well, maybe if we hang on a little bit longer.
First of all, it's the reason he got drafted in the top 5. Be honest. It's the reason he's tall. He can throw it. He can run it. You just never know where it's going.
He's got the intangibles.
And he has all the measurables, but it just doesn't come out on the field. He's the type of guy, you watch him throw in warm-up. So if you watch him play 7-on-7, you think he is one of the top quarterbacks in the league. But then when people start doing this, it gets messed up. But today he was sharp. The running game was sharp. We know about this defense. If you can get close to this Blake Bortles.
Hold on, let me get
I need to. This is for, we got to get this good. This has been coming for several weeks here.